Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Majora's Mask Randomizer. Last time, we set ourselves up for victory, because we got all the remaining things we need to beat this game. We got a new wave Bossa Nova, we're all set up to go into all of our dungeons at this point. So now, we're on Dungeon Rush mode. So, to start things out, we have a choice between Snowhead, Great Bay Temple, and Stone Tower Temple. And I'm gonna pick Stone Tower because of all the dungeons. That was the one we were kind of set up to do first, because we got LG Emptiness really early on in this. We got ourselves Mirror Shield, Light Arrows. So the game was kind of like pushing us to go to Stone Tower for the longest time. The only things we were missing are the things to get into Stone Tower, like a hook shot. That was kind of important. We didn't get that until more recently. So, the game really pointed us in this direction here, so we're going to take advantage of it. So we'll play our little bird song, and I'm just going to go straight to Inverted Stone Tower, because honestly, I don't really think I need to really do any checks in the dungeon itself, and I can, thanks to light arrows, just immediately invert Stone Tower, and just go straight to the ending section. Now, I wish I actually had a magic bean for this, because there are items up here that would be interesting to check. And I did use my one magic bean, so I might come back here later just to check it. I could bomb hover this, but honestly, I'm just going to opt not to, because of how bad my hovers have been with Blast Mask. I don't trust me. And I don't have any bomb shoes, so I can come back for that later if I really just want to see what it is. Just to see what it is. Alright, I'm just gonna grab me stuff over here, which is just magic. I'm trying to remember one of these had arrows or bombs. That's more useful right now than anything else. Fortunately, none of the things I'm actually looking for here. So we're gonna hit this block, and we do need to get a small key. So we'll go get that. Won't take that long to get. It's like right here in front of us. Now, we don't have to worry about a majority of the stuff in here because most of the things in chests are stray fairies. In fact, this is the only dungeon in the whole game that has stray fairies only in chests. All of the other stray fairies can be in chests, or they can be also out in the open or on enemies. So this is the one dungeon that's the exception, which makes this, honestly, in my opinion, probably the easiest dungeon in the whole game to keep track of the stray fairies. Because there's really not much you gotta do to keep track of them. Well, let's grab this key. I'm mainly getting this key just for security reasons, because I'm hopefully not gonna need it. And you'll see why here in a moment. Because I'm gonna be doing some glitchless strats. Let's skip to the very end here of Stone Tower. I don't actually need to beat this dungeon how they expect you to beat it. So, I want to get over here, essentially. I want to get into the middle, but I also need to get the boss key. So, I'm going to work towards that. And I failed the jump because I did it a little too early. So, what I can do is that the depth plane here is really lenient. A little too much so. So, you can just make a jump and do a jump slash attack there, Zora, and you can just clear the death plane and go straight to where the boss key is located. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do here, because that skips so much of this dungeon. Not even funny. At this point, I just want to kind of, not that. I couldn't remember I grabbed the ledge or not, but you cannot. Confirmed. I want to get to like the very end of that ledge, and then just kind of line myself up from there and just make my life a little bit easier. I haven't done this strat in months. Like, last time I played this game my own sake, because I played through all this game about a year or so after it came out on the Switch Online service, because at the time it came out, I just finished my whole playthrough on YouTube. Why would I want to play the game again after playing this game for a whole year? It'd be a little much. But I played it more recently. And that playthrough, I did this trick in. And as you can see, it's actually not that hard to do. Just set yourself up just right, and then you can just jump straight down. And there. Already at the boss key room. That easy. Grab me some things here because we're gonna need some arrows and bombs, because bombs are also good to use against this boss. And speaking of good things to use against you, Great Fairy Sword, give me that. It's gonna do so much. It's so convenient we have this weapon, because it's gonna just wreck this boss. Great jump attacks are already done. That easy. So now with this boss defeated, we can just immediately get our Broski, which I'll be using this just to go straight to the boss at this point. Now there's another thing I can do to skip even more of this dungeon. I don't know if I'm gonna fully be able to do it, because this is even harder than the other glitchless method of skipping a chunk of Stone Tower, which is why I got the small key. It's my safety. If I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to do this trick, then I'm just gonna opt to not do it, just because it'll take way too long. And even though I don't have to worry about time's sake for this, because I'm probably just gonna end up beating this game on this cycle. Like, I don't see, at this point, anything else I need to do here for this game to have, like, multiple cycles. I think at this point, I'm all good to just beat the game like this. Now I'm gonna try to kill this guy from down here with light arrows, which is gonna be a little precise. And unfortunately, I missed one of my shots. It's gonna make this a little harder now. Got it. There you go. So, killing this guy from way down here will still spawn this chest for Giant's Mask. And thanks to this, I can use this chest to hookshot my way up to the top. But I gotta do from this side. Wish I can line myself up with this wall a little bit better. I gotta get all the way to the top here. Also, I don't have access to my sword just yet. There we go. I don't want to use Great Fairy for that. That would have been a little too risky. You can just barely peek up and actually see this chest, but this is also why I'm playing with a setting that doesn't randomize chest contents. Oh, I didn't mean to jump off. Thankfully, the guy's still dead. If he came back to life after that, ugh, that would be kind of bad. But I'm playing without the chest size randomized because then I can do stuff like this. I wouldn't be able to do this if this was a small chest, which could have easily happened if this is junk. So you don't want to play with the chest sizes randomized if there are certain things you're trying to do, like this, for example, trying to hookshot my way straight to the top. You just barely see the yellow accent here on the top. I'm gonna have to move a little bit more over. I actually line myself up with this a little bit better. This is better. Then I could just walk my way up as carefully as possible. Use some very specific movement to make this even easier on me. And now I might be in a better spot. I can see it a little bit better than before now. I might just barely be able to reach this. Got it. As you can see, very precise shot. That's why I got the key as a backup in case I couldn't do it. But we did it. So that is how you skip a majority of Stone Tower Temple. We only really had to do just a very small amount of this dungeon. Just enough to get the key. The boss key, specifically. Everything else, completely optional. So there's a lot of stuff here we could have checked, but honestly, it's probably all junk. And if it's not junk, it's just stuff we don't need anymore, like Lens of Truth. That's really the only other thing left. And Fierce Deity. I would love to find that before this is all over. Then I can use it. As of right now, I don't know where it is, so it's fine. Now I'm gonna do this the fun method. We can snipe this guy with arrows, we can use the Giant's Mask, but by using Giant's Mask, we're also a little limited with how we use it. So I'm going to set myself up in such a way here where I equip swap it. So doing it like that, now I can put on Giant's Mask and transform into big old Link. But now I can't use any of my items and my spin attack is nerfed. So I'm going to now put Deku Mask over my Great Fairy Mask slot, which will unequip Giant's Mask. And by doing that, I put on the Great Fairy's Mask. Put on my Deku Mask, do the bubble to stop the magic drain, even though it doesn't matter, I have the magic. Take off the mask, and now let's have fun. This is how I wish you could have done this in the vanilla game. And by doing it this way, not only do I have my spin attacks that are fully charged up, but I can also use the Great Fairy Sword, something I couldn't normally do. This is gonna make this fight so much faster, and it's so much fun to do it like this. It's a glitch, but I don't care in this case. It's cool to show this off. And really, it's just a time saver at this point. Like, I get to do something cool, I'm doing something cool. All right, one's down. I just gotta get the blue one. There it is. One more good attack, and probably that will do it. So let me just line up the spin, and there you go. Jeez. Now that was a fun fight. Really worth doing. Really worth doing the Giant's Mask glitch because it speeds things up so much, and it lets you use all your items and transformations. If I had Fierce Deity, I could be a big Fierce Deity right now, too. It's that cool. But how would I get back to normal, you may ask? Well, simple. Do the same thing, but in reverse. Put on the Giant's Mask and it shrinks you. Oh my gosh, is that literally what I was just talking about? It's Fierce Deity! Let's go! I got it! I was really hoping for this. Now we get a remains. It's Twin Mold's remains. So that's another one down. 2 more to go. Now, what's so cool about finding this item is that normally Fierce Deity Mask is only useful if you're in a boss room because it's disabled everywhere else in the game. But with these randomizer settings, we can use Fierce DDD anywhere. It's so cool, and it's such a broken transformation to use everywhere in the game too. Fierce DDD's just too tall. So because of this, he can do a lot of stuff that you normally can't do. And this is a glitch you can actually do in the vanilla game, so you might have actually experienced Fierce DD anywhere if you utilize that said glitch. But you gotta be careful with him because Fierce DD can't get stuck in certain areas, and that can make things a little bit harder on you. You wanna be careful. You don't wanna overuse the mask, because in some situations, it could be a death sentence. Like, don't talk to the Bomber's kids in the town. That's a soft lock, and you're not getting out of that. So now that we beat the 4th dungeon, 2nd, we want to go ahead now and beat another dungeon. And I opt to do Snowhead next, because we had a lot of stuff for Snowhead all set up. So let's go ahead and take care of this dungeon now. And this isn't going to be another quick one, because all we have to do to beat this dungeon is just get the boss key and go right to the boss. So not going to be all that hard to beat this one either. So let's just go straight to the boss. It's really nice that we can just boss rush the rest of this. Now, I can do some boss key skips, which will just get us straight to those boss rooms. Like Great Bay Temple's boss key skip. Like, it's about a minute from entry point of the dungeon to the boss fight. It's that fast. But I'm not doing the boss key skips to just skip straight to the set fights. I do want to do the one here, though, specifically, just because the one in this dungeon is just stupid. Like, you can do it on accident. It's that dumb. So I want to do it just to show it off. But I'm not actually going to be doing it to skip the boss key. I will still get the boss key. And now that we have Fierce Deity, I can use that to fight the Wizrobe too. So, this right here is why we have Scarecrow. And with these settings, Scarecrow just pops out immediately, which is very convenient for my sake. I just have to play the Scarecrow song for him to teach it, and then, boom, here he is. Now, you don't technically need the Scarecrow for this, because I think there is a very tight shot that you can make to get that said torch, but it's just not worth doing. It's a little too tight. So now I'm just working my way straight up to the top, and I'm going straight over to where the boss room is. I don't know. Can I fully get from here? No, I have to go down, which is the problem part. And also, I do need a key. Let me fall down, just take care of this stuff here. Because again, I need a key, and I also do need to set myself up with this tower. I'm just kind of skipping ahead a little bit in my head here. I'm overthinking things. Let me grab a key. This will be a fast one to grab, so I'll just get this. So I only need one. you go. Let me take this off because the next room is gonna have freezers that I'm gonna go into, so it'll just be easy to use my fire arrows and even a hook shot to make the room a little bit faster. Okay, that's not what I expected, but that's fine. I'll use Fierce Deity to make this jump because it's just stupidly comical. Why did he have to fall? You know what? If that's gonna be the case, here's your ice trap moment. I'm not gonna fly back up. I'm gonna freeze. Oh no, I'm frozen. I have to void out. Oh, whatever shall I do? That's right. Go back to where I started. How convenient. So I didn't need to kill the freezers. I already just did that just to get them out of my way. And now we can go into the room that activates the big pillar. Because we do need this to get to the top of the dungeon. Oh, again? Fierce Deity is just too big. He overshot the jump. That's a first. Wait, you know, before I die again, can I just get back up with hookshot? I don't know if these torches are in range. No, none of them seem to be close enough. All right, well. Guess I'll die. All right, third time's a charm. I'm giving you faith, Fierce Deity. Don't fail me now. Thank you. Third time was the charm indeed. Now see, he's too tall. He can't open this door. That's so dumb. Like, he's the size of the door. It won't open because of that. It is comical. But that is why Fierce Deity Anywhere is a little too broken. And it's why it's good that I can just take on and off the mask at will at this point. If I wasn't able to, we would kind of be stuck. Like, honestly, if you use the Fierce Deity Anywhere glitch, whether it be in vanilla Majora's Mask or even in the 3DS release, you'll have the same problem. Like, both games have the exact same problem with Fierce Deity, where he gets stuck in a lot of areas, and due to that, then you're just kind of soft-locked. You can't really do anything else. And Fierce Deity only has access to the bottle items, so he can only use whatever you put in a bottle. He can't even use the bottle to swing. It's that dumb. So Fierce Deity is definitely a situational mask to put on. You don't want to always use it. So just want to be careful of using Fierce Deity. Also, thinking about it, I don't even need that key. I got that key for nothing because I'm going to do this. Just shrink down all these pillars just so I can go straight to the boss door. And then I'll use that to go to the boss key room with the Deku Flowers. I didn't even need that key, which is not a big deal. It's a little bit of a waste of time, but it's not like the end of the world situation. Also, I like this version of Shadow Temple from Ocarina. It sounds so messed up, and in some ways, more threatening than the actual Shadow Temple. Also, can I just climb this? Of course you can. I'm Link. I can climb anything. I get stuck in the corner here, and then you just charge up your spikes, and that's a freebie. Can he also just make this jump too? Do I even need the flower? Of course, he can just make that jump. Fierce Deity Link, everybody. He's a little too broken. So let's see how busted he is against Wizrobes. I don't think the beams work against the Wizrobe. That's the only thing that I believe won't work here, because beams really only work against the actual bosses. The case in point, that whiff. Oh, I missed my attack. To be fair, if he's already in phase 2, one more jump attack and I might just win this immediately. He's way over here. Thank you, Compass. Yeah, sure enough, his sword is too powerful. All right, let's open this and get our boss key. And now we can go straight to the boss room. Nice green key. Nice whiff. Good job. You did great, Link. Should have used Fierce Deity. You would have made that jump guaranteed. We know how broken he is. You know what? I'm right down here. I might as well just take this door. I was gonna just burn myself this time, but honestly, this is probably just faster and easier. 'Cause I gotta go through this little corridor again. But now I have the boss key, I'm not gonna use it. That sounds kind of productive, but it's just because I want to do this boss key skip, because it's one of the stupidest boss key skips in any Zelda game. And it was only recently discovered too. Like, this is something I wish we knew a couple years ago, because it's that dumb. You literally just line yourself up here, walk backwards, and you get pushed through the wall. Oops. So, yeah, the stalagmites, they just push you right through the wall. Not really the greatest placement of those icicles in hindsight, because the collision pushes you through it with the Goron, how thick Goron Link is. So that was a big oops. People didn't even know about that until more recently, which is actually interesting. It took that long, so many years for people to realize you could just get pushed through the wall with Goron. Alright, so now we're gonna do the quick kill here against Scott. It's gonna take me a couple tries here, but this is fine, because I'm just gonna shoot this guy until he dies. That's the fight. It's a very easy and very precise fight. You just manipulate this guy so he doesn't shoot you. And yeah, this is it. And that was just enough arrows too, because I didn't refill. I should have refilled before I started the fight. I had just enough to defeat God with like 1 or 2 misses. So the quick kill here is just doing that. Fierce Deity is not that quick to fight this guy with. Like, it's just not worth doing. So in that case, I opted to just fight him with arrows. It was easier. So now with this done, all we have left is one more dungeon, Great Bay Temple. Great Bay is gonna be the ones that are gonna take a little bit for us to get through. Is that a quiver? I didn't need to refill my arrows, so I guess that works. But Great Bay is gonna be the one that takes us a little bit of time to get through, just because of how big Great Bay Temple is. And even when you know where you're going, you have to activate all of the switches for the water current. You gotta activate all the ones for green water. So it's gonna take a little while to get through that one. Lonnie Ranch is foolish, we know that. So I think at this point, we're just gonna check some stuff here just to kind of get an idea of what's left around the land. And that's probably gonna do it for this area. Well, that would have been nice earlier. Stoneman's locked behind beating Snowhead, and we couldn't really do anything until now to get that, which means that, you know, getting the mask we get after everything we did in Pirate's Fortress. I guess I gotta put off Pirate's Fortress a little while, but it was not really a good idea to do that. It was just better to do it when we did it, because Stone Mask, not really needed. I think at this point, we're done with hints. Yeah, at this point, I think we got all the hints, because I recognize that one as well. So I think we're pretty much in full-on go mode at this point. We're just going. Oh, now I can cry myself to sleep with the circus leader's mask. Perfect. I'm just checking the stuff here because it's here. That's literally it. Because after I'm done checking here, we're setting ourselves up to go to Great Bay. But we're not going to be doing Great Bay Temple in this video. It's going to be a little too long of a video if I did a third dungeon in a row. I don't want to overdo things. That would be a little stupid. So we're going to opt to not do that. And I could also do the race here with Gorons, but I am not going to, because there's no reason to do that race. So I'm going to just say no. And I don't think it even has anything good. I got all the stuff I want to beat this whole seed, including more magic when I don't need it because I have Chateau. But hey, I have it. So there you go. So one of the magics was locked behind needing so much. So needless to say, that was never going to be our first magic. And that's 20 bucks. All right, so at this point, we're done here in Snowhead. No reason to be here anymore. Nothing left for us in this area. We could also check the blacksmith shop for the 1 sword upgrade, but I'm just not gonna bother. Actually, before we leave, I'm not gonna bother with the sword thing like I said, but there's literally one more check that's right here. I might as well see what this grotto is, just because. But we're done in Snowhead at this point. I'm not gonna do anything else. There's no reason to. We're just doing this because we're here. And then we're gonna go to an owl statue. equip the stone mask. What's that gonna do for me in here? So I just want to see what this is, just curiosity's sake. Bomb shoes. Singular bomb shoe. As always, the game loves to give you a single bomb shoe if you get it in a chest because reasons. I don't like the single bomb shoe thing in this game. It made 0 sense to me. It's just kind of a bad idea. Give you at least 5. I won't even do that. I don't know why. Ocarina of Time did the bomb shoe thing better, just saying. But now with that hot take out of the way, after me mashing through the save prompt, we're gonna go ahead, save here, and set ourselves up to do our 4th and final dungeon. This is the last one we need to do, and then we can go straight to Majora because we'll have all 4 boss remains. So we'll be finishing up this randomizer in the next episode. So with that said, next time on Let's Play Majora's Mask Randomizer, we're gonna beat our final dungeon and go straight to the moon. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.